I am tolerated in America, in Russia, in China, everywhere. But although they say that, you see, in China, they say that you are undermining the very foundation of human thought, not just religion. Scientists, you are blasting, you see, the psychologists, everybody. You are undermining the whole foundation of human thought. How come you are still alive?
That is because enlightenment, India gave that title.
No.
India has given the title. Enlightened people can be get away with
That
it.
was what one physicist told me.
Yes, sir.
How you can get away with what you are saying?
Because India is...
But we can't say those things. It is good for you to keep that label of enlightenment.
Yes,
Because that is not what the Chinese think. Chinese think that I don't have any institutionalized attacks on anything organized.
A very careful...
No missionary attitude.
No missionary attitude. I am telling you, you ain't got a chance. And if you still keep coming, something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's what.
You can be always handy.
I survived, sir, in Russia, in China. In China, I don't know. I haven't yet come across anybody.
Maybe you are not in the platform. You are not in the platform.
When I was there in America, I was.
But not like this. Not
Was, sir.
Was, sir.
Yeah, everywhere I was. Yes.
But in same thing like this.
Was even attacked in America. And Russia attacked in Russia. They could not figure out. The only thing he wanted to do, that bitch, was to seduce me and find out whether I am CIA. And when I said, what makes you think that I will fall for an ugly duckling like you? Get up. So in America, some KGB agent, woman, and you have that book is in No Way Out there. The journalist who came to see me, I want to seduce you, what will you do? She asked me, hop into my bed, we'll find out. She ran away. She never came back. She thought that I would give some moral lecture to her. She said that. You see, the whole thing is there in the conversation. Very brilliant woman. I want to seduce you. What will you do? Hop into my bed, we will find out. I don't know what I will do. Then finish with it. Huh? What, sir?
Very difficult to have a conversation with you, sir.
You are very successful with
No,
me.
sir. Failure. You are not giving any chance, sir.
4:30. I didn't have any ride yesterday. My constitution, that's the only exercise I had.
That is car sitting, sit. That is right.
My comforts matter more than anything else. Why should I bother about
You
you?
should walk, sir.
No, you don't need. You don't.
You must walk, sir.
I am telling you, you don't need any physical exercise.
Not to exercise, sir.
You don't need to walk. Now they are against. Now they are not advising the diabetic patients to walk. They said you don't walk. They are telling people in
But you were
America.
watching, sir, J. Krishnamurti and all those days.
He was a military man. He was walking like that.
Oh.
No, I'm not interested. Yeah, he was walking like a military man. You see. What is it? That was his Christ or on his deathbed. I did everything possible to keep my body in perfect healthy condition. Why am I dying of pancreatic cancer? I don't know if he used the word, what sins I have committed. But he said, why am I dying of pancreatic cancer? If I was there, I would have told him, thank God it has not spread to your bones, pancreatic cancer. It would have been terrible. This is what I am telling. You see, nobody can conquer death. Nobody. You can only delay death. Delaying death is the agony of the people. You haven't watched those people die of cancer. Ramana Maharshi, when he died, they asked me, what is your statement? I said, the free man died in a cage. They put him in a cage. You know, my brother-in-law who was there as a cancer specialist, he said all the stories they are telling are false. He did have anesthesia for his first two operations. He and two others were invited to examine him, and they suggested the stories they were telling, he was not given anesthesia. Nonsense, it was third time. He said, it is too late for me, I am going. This fellow was crying. He gave it. I have seen cancer patients, sir. You are responsible for that. You don't allow them to go. I'm telling you. So there is no way you can win
Some miracles is something.
No miracle, sir. What
No,
miracle?
by treatment, some people escape from the death itself.
After death doesn't exist for the body, what do you mean escaping from
This
death?
is what we know our level of death.
Nothing.
The doctor will say, doctor will go and die.
Yeah.
Some of us will survive.
Yeah, but he's good, not good, the doctor. If he says that you are going to die. Even in my case, I'm
Medically,
even in my case, I'm telling you. I didn't want to go to anybody. I have this cardioplasm. I did not know what it was. I call it plumbing problem. And then this doctor friend of mine, American doctor, he was staying with me. Usually it's better to have some tests made so that we can find out what exactly is happening there. So very reluctantly I was doing it. And no, I don't want. And then my friend Godfrey, and this famous, very famous internal medicine guy in Germany, who is a top fellow in that country. And then if you want to see that guy, you have to make the appointment 4 months in advance or even 6 months in advance. He said that he called him as a personal friend. There is no time for me to see your friend. You better bring him at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I went there at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then he took the X-ray. He wanted to take the X-ray machine failed. X-ray machine failed. Not a miracle or any such thing.
Coincidence.
Yes, he said that I don't have any time anymore to see him again. I have all these appointments. You better take him to some specialist there and have all the tests made. Then I told him, you see, it's probably the cancer. He speculated about that. This cancer probably have all the tests made and then find out what actually is the problem. And I said I was 53 years old. I have been 53 years old. I'm ready to go. What's your problem? I'm not going to see. He dragged me here. And so he said, I'm not sure of anything. Come back after 1 year. Then we will know for sure whether it is cancer or not. I will not frighten you. After 1 year we went back and the fellow was sitting in a chair like this and he jumped from his chair. Now I know it is not cancer. Now I know it is not cancer. And then he examined everything. He took photos. I was only 53, 54 at that time. And he took the pictures. So this is what is called cardioplasm. You see, no useful purpose will be served by operation. Even if he suggested, I wouldn't have bothered about it. And then he said two things I'm amazed. One thing is this is all like a tube. So nothing will harm this tube. And one thing I don't understand is why food is rushing into the intestines. It is not staying in the stomach. And the blender was not working. So because the food I am eating was very little. Not because of this trouble, even otherwise I was eating it. It doesn't need any acids or any such thing. So naturally it rushes into the intestines and that is where the digestion takes place. Is it all right? I have only two stomachs. I need 4 to be like a cow, I said to him. And then he examined my body and he said that it's amazing that your body is the body of a guy who is 30 years old. 30 years old. And you are 55 now, see. It's amazing to see how young it is the body, everything he tested. And he said he will not die of this at all. You will live for 100 years, I guarantee. It is not my prophecy or any such thing, the way the body is now today. And there is no need for you to do anything except to take 1 glass of hot water before you eat. Then it will open up the good food. That's all. He said, I'm certain that you don't need any else. The only thing so I call this plumbing problem. You see, like that, doesn't go, something blocks there. And then he said, I have one question to ask you, sir. What is it? And he said that every time a cancer man came to see me, when I found that there was nothing that we could do, and if they wanted to go, I packed them all without hesitation. I know that it is not allowed for the medical people, but yet you see, when they wanted to go, I never hesitated, packed them up. And 20 years ago, an old man came, We took him into the surgery room, opened it up, and we found that there was nothing that we could do. Closed it and sent him away, telling him that he will live probably 6 weeks or 8 weeks. And that guy, even after 20 years, I see him in the streets walking. I am not able to give any satisfactory answer to myself. Am I right? You see, in fact, so if they want to go, what is your problem? Forget about the ethical codes of conduct. But the doctors, if they really want to go, why do you want to allow them to suffer like that? I don't see any point. And so why that guy is still walking in the streets? Is he a ghost or is he the same guy that I run into every time? I have an answer, I said. I am free with all my answers. When you open up, fresh air enters the system and it heals. I cannot accept it. Your medical science will not accept your description and your suggestion that the fresh air heals it. That's the only thing I can think of.
That 1% they take a cancer, something will happen, something will recover. They don't want to keep people dying.
They want to make money on it. Forget it.
Of course.
And that guy is still there, and this guy died 1 month after he met me. He did not know that he had cancer.
Now legalized in America, euthanasia.
Huh?
Euthanasia.
Not yet. It's
No.
going on. Still going on. Not yet. If they want to go, you see, we should not stand in the way.
You have to get a dental surgeon certificate that these are all right. Another ophthalmic that his eyes are all right. And the worst of all, a psychiatrist has to certify that he is normal in mental health. Otherwise there is no admission.
Yes.
To the United States.
Yeah, if you want yeah, even these kids of Lakshmi and Guha, they all have to go through those stages. Every year they have to go there.
In the schools, when they find the children's behavior something abnormal, they call the parents, and parents will be sent to psychiatric treatment.
Naturally,
Now, my answer to that is send the administrators and teachers.
But teachers,
the teachers are examined.
teachers, yes.
And these girls,
That is school, you should not ask such questions.
and these girls, 5-year, 7-year-old girls, Goa's daughter, they are having trouble in the school in the sense anytime the teachers talk about God, about religion, they said there is no God and there is only one God on this planet and that is you. And then they take them home and show my photo and all the books and we listen to the videos. They are in trouble. Not only the teachers in the school are in trouble, but all the students are also repeating. Yeah, we don't want to hear anything about God. There is one God living there. Come on, let's go and see. And then they say, you will be thrown out of the school. What do I care? If they throw out of school, you have given us $100,000.
Yes,
we are rich. We are rich. Huh?
Good, sir.
And then they were saying today, they talked to me, you have to come to America. You don't have to stay in New York with Julie. We have found a very nice hotel in Hilton Hotel. It's only 5 minutes walk from where we are staying. We will arrange and we will pay. You have made us rich. You don't have to stay in New York. Come to New Jersey.
Students in Texas.
Little girls. I don't know. What? If they are intelligent.
They are intelligent.
Otherwise, if they have some potential. See, there I see, it's amazing, sir. Those 5 and 7-year-old girls were listening to me, and I made a statement during the course of my conversation. The physical eye does not see the colors. The physical eye does not see the tree as green and the sky as blue. And this 5, 6-year-old girl, Eugene, you are colorblind. How do you do it? Telling that, Eugene, you are colorblind. That's why you don't see the sky. We see the sky as blue. Why you don't see the sky as, in the presence of so many things. And the other girl, I said that, you see, when you are, unless you tell yourself that you are breathing, there is no way you can find out that you are breathing or even there is breath there. And she said, I know when I'm breathing. I tell myself that I'm breathing. But you say, I know only when I tell myself that I'm breathing. And she started experiments with herself. And then she said after 5 minutes, Gigi, what you are saying is true. Unless I tell myself that I am breathing, I have no way of knowing that I am breathing. You see, this is another idea that is put into their heads. They get into trouble.
So how do you measure intelligence?
Intelligence, sir, the one thing you have to accept. Spiritual measurements are out. Right? This is the only board of reality. They have certain measurements and yardsticks. They are the only ones that you must use and find out whether you are intelligent or not. Otherwise, I am not interested. I am spiritual, I am this, I am that. No. If your genius is not recognized by the world, you are not a genius. I am a great poet. My talent is not recognized by the world, means you are not.
What about your intelligence and your genius? Is it been recognized?
No, I went to a famous psychologist there in Chicago. She was coming and attending my Philosopher's Corner meetings. And I brushed aside the IQ I had given at that time. Now it is not there. Emotional Q now, not IQ. IQ was not there. So I asked her, will you take some tests and tell me what my IQ is? So very reluctantly she agreed. And you know all the questions they asked, all that. And at the end she said that your IQ is that of a low-grade moron. According to our definition. But I know that you deliberately gave the wrong answers and fooled me.
She knows.
Of course she knew that.
Why did you do this?
Just as
Fool.
not fool, to tell her that there is nothing to the IQ. Even then I will brush it aside. Even as a student I brushed aside.
I am telling about your intelligence and your genius has to be recognized by the world measurement what it is.
Yeah, if
Is it yours is been recognized? Whatever you
now
are.
you see I am a total failure. Only useless guys like you come and listen to me.
We are not useless guys.
You are not useless?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Useless means not useful to him, he said.
No. I was very bad, sir, in my studies. I never passed any examination first class.
That is the fate of all the enlightened people.
No, I am not
That is the
enlightened.
fate of all
I
the
am not
They don't go to school, they don't
No, I
go
had
to parents.
tutors to teach me. And then you say, I used to sit like that on my table. My tutor would come there and he has to repeat the multiplication table to me. Right? Backwards and forwards, right? Come on, repeat it. And then, like that, another fellow to teach me Bhava Ramayanam Sanskrit.
Oh, you learned that also Bhava.
3-4 tutors I had. And once you see a fellow came and then I misspelled February, wrong.
Oh.
He hit me with a pencil. Spelling wrong, he said. All right, I will teach you a lesson. Bastard, I didn't say a lot. It's a dictionary. And picked up a word, very difficult word. Spell it. Come on, what is the correct spelling of this word? He misspelled it. Out you go. I threw him out. And then he went to my grandfather. He said, this guy doesn't want to learn anything from me. You see, he has intelligence to teach me also. So I come here only because you are paying me 10 rupees in the day. 10 rupees is a lot of money in the depression days. That is why I am coming, I don't want to. So I wanted to teach even the alphabet Cambridge man. Not ordinary teachers were not enough. Here in Bangalore I had a tutor. He was a retired Cambridge guy, huh?
Aksharaabhyasam was done in Canada.
In Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Oh.
5 years
You belong
ago.
to Bangalore, sir.
No, first letters, Aksharaabhyasam was in Canada.
Oh. You belong to Bangalore, sir.
And that Cambridge guy was teaching me. You see, you can imagine my intelligence. Bangalore, it was 1950. 5 years old I was, 1923. So we spent more time in Bangalore than in Gudivada. So it was very pleasant here. 8 months here, 4 months there. These are all practical purposes. And then 1928 finished. We went away. We never stayed. But I continued to come here.
How do you able to know right from your childhood, you know your story so well, but we can't remember like that our life.
What?
If we go back to our life, we can't remember our life, whole life story like as you are telling. How do you able to remember everything?
It's all there in the computer. You get this.
You're repeating it, so make it
Now you get this and get this straight. There is nobody there who is narrating the story. It's very difficult for you to understand. You're just coming out whatever is there. In the memory bank. That's all. So you will be surprised. I don't know why you come day after day. I am repeating the same thing, same words in the same order, same story.
Yes, sir.
And you are not bored.
Then you are not going to say.
The tape recorder is not bored. The computer is not bored. It just repeats. And if you put a new word there, if I pick up a new word and put it in the computer, it comes lost. It's amazing this computer.
Even here also computer, sir. We also listen to the same thing.
Nobody,
Nobody
you
bored.
think you are
There's
not...
nobody there. Only computer, all the computer receiving everything here. Why not you take in that way, sir? Instead of asking, why you are listening same thing?
It is Mohan that is listening but not the computer.
Why, sir?
No.
In your case it is computer, in my case it is Mohan. Why you are No, sir. Your case also computer, my case also computer, sir.
For the first time, Mohan, we have put an intelligent question. Why, sir?
If Mohan were not here, this computer would come to listen to him.
What?
If Mohan were not here, the computer would not be here.
We didn't get the hang of what I was saying.
I suppose you are already getting what I am telling you.
You are not saying anything.
No, I said sort of.
Nothing.
Well, you are avoiding what I am telling you.
I am not avoiding. This is recording all that it comes out. Is when you pray. That's all. That's the way it comes out.
Why don't you accept in our case also same thing?
No, it is
We are coming every day and day out is like
It is actually the same, but you are using something which is not used here. The selectivity and sense of shape.
something is lacking in our
Not lacking.
change is there.
You don't allow that to operate, play in its own way.
So what is the block? We are not knowing what is the block. We try to remove us from that block.
No, it is not in my hands, it's not in your hands.
No, you can do something. You don't want to do it.
Another thing.
You don't want another UG to be here.
Nice. No, I didn't say that. I said you are not allowing it to play in its own way.
Its own way.
Not this way, you can't play this way.
Not my way. You are interfering with it all the time. Stopping it. Wanting to play only certain parts.
Censorship
So what is it? Plan, sir?
I also I think close the shops and we'll go for a long drive.
Where? Which way?
And take the road. Banarghata.
లాంగ్ డ్రైవ్ అంటే మా ఇల్లు
మీ ఇంటికి వస్తే నర్తకి ఉంది అక్కడ
మంచిది కదండి ఇది పాపం
Yesterday also you didn't go out, I think.
2 days, sir, no exercise. You know, physical exercise is not necessary, sir. The only exercise, I move from my bedroom to the living room to the kitchen to the toilet. That's all the body needs. Just that
Sir,
much.
5 o'clock you closed, sir. Yesterday the drivers were demanding coffee from me, from Babu.
Who?
డ్రైవర్
ఎక్కడ?
Morning.
ఇవాళ
He
మార్నింగ్.
said if you are getting delayed,
Yes.
go and have coffee and come.
Where is the driver now? Is he here or not?
5 o'clock I think is on.
Who?
You.
5 minutes more. It is not open. I don't have any wares to sell. What's that? You know this story of the fellow who wrote a book and made a lot of money? Huh? Jogging. The bastard died in the tracks when he was jogging. Later on they said that, we did not notice that he had some heart problem. He made a lot of money and he died.
So you show the
Listen to me.
Yes, sir.
And that fellow who invented that macrobiotic diet, the Japanese guy, and he was telling at the lunch table, all those people who were there at the lunch table, that if they ate this kind of a food, they would live forever. And that guy dropped dead while he was asserting that it would live forever. Right? There is another beach there, Della. Adola Davis, her name. She was talking about her own theory. She dropped there. What kind of meats they should eat, why they should avoid certain meats. Adola Davis. And that witch there, your witch there is who invented this aerobics. She has had 3 bypass surgeries. You know that? And so they preach all this nonsense to the people. Even if holy men, you see, behave like this, and you tell that their teaching must be separated from the teaching, because it's a real estate for them. Huh? Sir? And so why do you fall for that kind of a thing?
It may not be 100% true, sir. So some people are getting benefit by walking. If you see some people walking, they say that the BP is reduced, the sugar is reduced.
Don't believe all that. Nothing. They say that because they are walking is a sensual activity. You feel the high. That's why you think walking is good. Otherwise, walking is not necessary. I am here 50 years, except when I needed to keep company with the
Exceptional cases, sir.
No, this is the normal case. That is the abnormal case.
What's the normal case, sir?
Normal.
He eats very limited food, very small. We all eat unnecessary.
Yeah, that is unnecessary food because these guys are telling you that you should eat this, that and the other. But even Jai Krishnamurti in his conversation with that guy, we quoted that passage, you will live forever. He said, what happened to him? Even when he was told in Madras that he had pancreatic cancer, he said with this condition or in this condition, I don't know what correct position he is, I will live for another 10 years, and he died with the genetics. But why do they make these statements, unnecessary statements? Any treatment is only delaying the death. It can never conquer death at all. You see?
Even doctors also say that.
They say that, but they have to make a living. You know the joke about some wife, let us at least have some fun quoting jokes. And the wife was worried about her husband's health problems. And she couldn't take it anymore, his reluctance to see the doctor and get some medicine. She pushed him one day, he went to the doctor, and the doctor examined him and gave a prescription. So he paid his money, and then he went to the pharmaceutical company, bought the medicine prescribed by that guy, and paid the money. He returned home and threw that medicine in the garbage can. The wife asked him, why you did all this? Why you are throwing it in the garbage can? He said, the doctor has to live, so I went there and paid him the money. The fellow who is working in the pharmaceutical company, I paid the money, so he has to live. And I have to live. And I want to live, so the medicine will kill me, that's why I'm throwing it.
Yes, everybody here.
Who is talking?
Including Rangarajan and wife have come here.
Who they are talking to? And don't tell him that I am coming there.
Bhaskara.
For Bhaskara also don't tell him.
Here.
No, if they don't want to come here, I don't want to see them.
Yes, sir, he has no plans to come there.
Hey,
Doesn't want to see anybody.
they are in their house.
There.
That rich guy, he was a millionaire, sir. And then he got down from intermediate. He never traveled in second class. Such a rich guy. And I, you see, traveled always in first class. And he's watching me getting down from first class. He didn't say anything. At that time we didn't even have horse carriages in that place, only bullock carts. And we went home, and then he called me. Yes. And now we are doing sweating, working hard to make money so that you can all live in great comfort. I told him, you have seen with your own eyes how comfortable I can make with your money.
Already.
Then he said it's easy to be rich.
It's easy to reach at somebody else's expense. And I think you
He had great problems.
Yes, bringing it up must have been terrible. Terrible.
No, he was reading the master's letters to pick up.
Yes, sir.
You see the passages, how they use those instructions of the masters to raise Jai Krishnamurti. Yes. I told them, you see, my mother, before she died, she died when I was 7 days old. She called him, I am going to hand over this chap. He is born with a great destiny, she said. Do everything possible to see that the destiny is fulfilled. And Theosophists believe that we all die. Before we die, we become clairvoyant. So he took it seriously. That was very clairvoyant and, put into my future. And then I told him, you see, all mothers feel the same, think that their children are going to be something great. Before that, so naturally they describe that they're born with great destiny. That's what I tell the jury also. Your son is not going to be a famous movie actor. He is not going to be a Gregory Peck. Just I call him a male stripper. Yes, sir, it's 5 o'clock now. Andy? Where do we go, sir?
Anywhere.
We just go on our own.
No fixed place.
The same question he asked, what do you do? I said, I'm a man with no fixed abode and no tangible means of livelihood. And my answer, mister, when people ask me, what are you doing? I say, I'm a man with no fixed abode and no tangible means of livelihood. That's a vagabond definition.
Vagabond.
Vagabond. Vagrant. If you want.
మా ఫోన్ ఏమైంది?
వెళ్ళిపోయిందామండి అమెరికా. రెడీ సార్, ఐఎమ్ రెడీ.
అప్పుడు ప్రైజ్ చేశారు, అది 50 ఏళ్ళకి సన్మానంలో ఆయనకి ప్రైజ్ చేశారు.
ఏసీ అది విండోస్ క్లోజ్ చేశాను.
మొన్న కేసు కోసం చీరాలు వెళ్ళాం. చీరాలు తీసుకెళ్ళి జమ్లో తీసుకెళ్ళారు ఏసీ. ఎంత ఎండగా ఉందో దారిలో. ఏసీ కాబట్టి వెళ్ళాం, కానీ లేక మా వల్ల అయ్యేది. ఇప్పుడు డీజిల్ ఇదేనా ఫస్ట్ బాగా వచ్చేది? ఎండాకాలం కూడా ఇక్కడ మీరు రావడం అనేది మా అదృష్టం నిజంగా.
వాడి చేతిలో పెడితేనే బాగుంటుంటాయండి, ఇంకో నెల కోసం ఆగటం. అది మళ్ళీ బుక్ చేస్తే 5 నెలలు పడుతుంది, తెలీదు. అని బట్టి వాడు చెప్పాను, నేను వస్తున్నాను అని కోఆపరేటివ్ బ్యాంక్ వెళ్ళి ఐ గాట్ ఎ లోన్. కోఆపరేటివ్ బ్యాంక్ తెరిచింది ఆ రోజు. వాళ్ళు బ్యాంక్ స్ట్రైక్ లో చేరలే. బట్ 1,97,000 అప్పుడే ఇది తీసుకొని డీడీ తీసుకున్న బట్టి వాడికి ఇచ్చేసాయి. మిగతాది బ్యాంక్ స్ట్రైక్ అయిన తర్వాత కడతాను. 2 రోజులుగా స్ట్రైక్.
ఆల్టూది 3 ఆట 3 ఆట 2 ఆట.
No, 3,95,000. ధరలు మారుతి వాళ్ళు తగ్గించేపటికి
బాగా తగ్గించారు.
వీళ్ళు 62,000 తగ్గించారు.
వీళ్ళ ఆ తర్వాత తగ్గించారండి
January 8th. అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ వాస్ కాస్టింగ్ మచ్ మోర్. ఈ 4,60,000 అయ్యేది నాకు. 60,000. డీజిల్ ఇంజిన్స్ దే కాస్ట్ a lakh more than the petrol engines.
Yes.
తినేవాడు.
బుక్స్ లో చెప్పులు వెతలుతున్నాయి కదండి.
అది మళ్ళీ ఫోన్ చేయడానికి. వాడికి 8 మంది భార్యలో 16,000 మంది కాంప్లిమెంట్స్. ఎందుకు వాడికి? Gods must have, I can have only one wife, they should have 8, and it's difficult for me to get one street walker, and he had 16,000 compliments he had. But criminal అండి. He handed over 10,000 soldiers and had them all killed in the war. he was a blackie. He joined his enemies, that guy. You don't understand the real story.
Krishna.
And Krishna means black. You know that word. They didn't like that word black, and so they changed it into Neelavarna. I know all about these guys. More than most people. It's English book. And as I always say, you know that the word Hindu is not a Sanskrit word, it's a Persian word. When the Aryans came into this country, they found the natives here black. So it is the religion of the blackies. And also something they could not figure out. That was the word they used. It's not the way we were taught that it is from Indus Valley. It is not even a Sanskrit word, the Hindu. Hindu means black. Because that was the religion of the blackies here. And they elaborated that, saying that they could not figure out what their beliefs, what their things were. It's not a Sanskrit word. All the stories, the Indus Valley civilization, not located in that particular area. Later on they found through some of the excavations, it spread from the west coast to the east coast, even Bangladesh. So the historians will tell us all kinds of stories. Like the way they are teaching the Indian history to the boys, it's not the same history we did in our time, 60 years or 65 years ago. What's that?
చెప్పడం చూడండి మీకోసం రాదంట మీకోసము మా కోసము వస్తారు అదే పోయినసారి కామెంట్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు పెళ్లి చూపులు అవడము అని
అమ్మాయికి ఎంత తొందర she will be very successful in England, not in America. Probably she will go to England. Let me see what it is to give some comfort to the guys around him with disciples. Quoted a verse from Gita and said that Krishna and this Krishna are saying the same thing. Oh boy, I'm going to teach this guy a lesson. I said to myself, you are comparing me to that Krishna, it is an insult to me. That blackie. And then I said, amongst the three great acharyas, I admire Madhvacharya the most. And he thought that I would say something great about that. Why? He started moving to why sir? I said, it turned out Udupi cooks. And it is possible for us to have idlis and dosas in New York and London and Hong Kong instead of... And Brahmachari got up and he wanted to strangle me. How can you say these things to this guy? That's all I said. I don't care for that. So now it is easy. In Hong Kong they went and ate idli. In London, New York they closed down because they were not doing well. In London still they have 2-3. When I was there before the war, there was only one Indian restaurant, Viras. We told him this guy, your friend U.T. Krishnamurti, was Vemana in his previous life.
Yogi Vemana. That's why you like it.
Except in the last aspect, when they said that he was filmic only, the last aspect, he left his bodies in 3 places and other things on there. Adanta they are the limits for the film making, sir. It's not simply that he would have just disappeared. He would have disappeared, that's all. And then he created, you see, his disciples started talking about him. That is not the end of the guy.
అందుకనే క్లియర్గా చెప్పగలుగుతున్నారు అప్పుడు జరిగింది అందుకనే క్లియర్గా చెప్పగలుగుతున్నారు
So that means he remembers the past. I will also tell you something you don't know.
Anantapura Jilla.
There is another record. I have said this hundreds of times and he will say the same thing, same words. I don't know why you are not moved. That's amazing. I admire the people. I am telling you. And in this part I will tell you, very tough. You see, it's there important. Very important, you see. That is not important.
And according to their new theory, male menopause will come after 40 years, and there will be pot belly of abdomen for men.
That usually happens so that
That happens, and there will be weak libido. Sexual desire will be less,
that is to protect
and bone will become very thin, and more easy fractures. And general weakness will be there, and depression, psychological depression will be there, and loss of memory will be there. And in the blood, the testosterone level will come down.
Now what about a 65-year-old woman giving birth to a child? What's happening? See, that all these ecosystems were there. You know that actually, that Hillary Bitch I call, you see, it's also to the age factor.
And natural.
Very nice. Hillary Bitch. All these symptoms were there. I use
90% of the people will start believing it.
Prime Minister of England. He made a statement. And out of that, even 73% were to take the medicine.
Yes.
They get, that girls should not make love before they are 21. And my response to that, if nature intended that way, see, they should all mature around 21st or 20th year and not when they are 13 or 14. That is one. The second thing, what is happening there in America, see, the next day, when she made a statement, the Washington Post carried a piece on her daughter, the fun she is having with all her boyfriends. And then you see, when she moved away from Washington to study in Stanford University, mother and father visited, and her boyfriend and she also were there at the lunch, you see. So what they tell others, they don't have to observe themselves. You see why she made. Not only that, now recently they have found that girls are maturing in their 8th and 9th year. I am telling you, some of them are pregnant. Even you see, where do you draw the line? What do we know of nature? We really don't know. Not only in America, in Germany and in England, there are instances like this. You know? So why, you see, probably that is the nature's way of reducing, you see, the demand to have sex every hour on the hour. Using that, you see, as an instrument of pleasure. That's what we are doing, you see. With the help of thought, it has become possible for humans to have sex at any time they want, whether there is a demand for it or not. So it has become an instrument of pleasure. Eating has become an instrument of pleasure. God is the ultimate pleasure. We invented God for that purpose. So where do you draw the line, you see? So the men also lose the demand for sex, and women, probably that is the age difference also. You see, the women must satisfy, so it continues. There is an age difference, 10 years difference between men and women, the marriages, you see. So we don't know anything about anything. What do you know? See, if it is a question of me accepting anything, and I will accept what we have discovered through the help of medical technology, through science, but not what those guys talked about, the religious people talked about. If it is a question of accepting this. So even statistical evidence is not satisfactory to me, it is only 50-50. 51st thing, you see, proves that it is not. So how can you accept? But what you know about the human body is amazing. But what you do not know about the human body is immense, you see. You don't know nothing about the human body. So when you study the human body, you are not using the living bodies, you see. What all you find through your research projects and then taking the pictures of all that, what you are reading there is the projection of your own ideations and mentations. This I have trouble with a lot of brain physiologists and psychologists who come to see me. I say that brain plays a very, very minor role in this living organism. So I maintain it is not a creator. Brain cannot create anything. It is only a reactor. It is reacting. And memory, as the students of psychology, we were memorizing that nonsensical thing to recall a specific thing at a specific time. That is the definition of our memory, you see. So the recalling is not there, you see. You are responsible for that, but not there. Where are they? Where are they in the brain, or what are those neurons you are talking about? You see. what gives you the illusion that there are two, you see, is that I give the two examples. You go out, you see, and say hi, and a few seconds after, you hear your own voice. Have you noticed that sometimes in person? And sometimes when you are on the telephone, these are satellites, you are trying to talk to somebody either in England or America, somewhere, you hear first whatever you are saying. Echo. Echo, you see, echo. So if you accept my statement, you have to, there is no other way. You can't brush this aside. The moment you see thought is born there, you see there is a gap and repeats itself. Then the illusion that there are two, you understand, is born out of that. It is like an echo chamber here. And nothing but sound. Everything is a sound there. It repeats itself. And that gives you the illusion that there is somebody who is making these sounds. Not at all. Just go out and say hi, and after a few seconds you hear the same thing. You can even talk there and it comes back. So that is all there is to it, sound. You see, if you teach the children, the way you are teaching, you see, how you are putting that, you see, that you know that, you see, they repeat, if you teach, you see. The clock is such an obsession with us. First you teach in English language 1, 2, 3, and then the Italians teach them anyway, Telugu, Tamil, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is how they keep repeating it, and then you see it is put in the computer. You understand? And you have to operate the computer to find out. But this is not a self-initiated. See, nothing is self-initiated here. The computer is not interested in bringing out. If there is no answer to that question in the memory data bank or memory bank, nothing happens there. You see, it cuts out. You see, you have said something here. This listening mechanism records that, but there is no answer. So, if I say it is silent, if I say it is not searching, it doesn't say the data.